This is Nancy at Chase HQ. We have an emergency here. Ralph the car thief is fleeing towards the suburbs. Another Taito arcade port from 1988. Here, you're a cop in your undercover cop car and you have to hunt down bad guys in a variety of sporty vehicles before the time limit runs out. You then need to smash into them until it's sufficiently damaged that it stops, so you can make your arrest. You have a time limit to catch up to the other car, which will be highlighted with an arrow. There's a gauge on the upper right part of the screen that tells you how far there is to go, and once you manage to catch them, the timer resets to 60. They're not quite seconds, but a bit longer, which is the amount of time you have to enact your own fiery brand of justice. The damage gauge on the left is not your own, your car is invulnerable, but the health of the guy you're chasing. There are two control schemes. The first one, you have to hold up to accelerate and also use left and right to steer. A is turbo and B shifts you between the two gears. I find this one pretty hard. The alternative uses B to accelerate, select activates the turbo, gear shifts with A. This is much easier and your left thumb won't get as tired. It doesn't help you cope with the slipperiness of the car though, that's just something you'll have to adapt to. You need to keep an eye on your speed and shift when you hit about 90 or figure out the audio cues. You get 3 turbo boosts per stage, and I find it's best to save them as much as you can until you catch up to the car, as when they see you and your siren starts blaring, they seem to get the wind up them and put their foot down. Along the way are other cars who erratically drive all over the road, but these explode into a fiery inferno should you run into them. You don't take damage, but inevitably you'll spiral off the road and hit a cactus or something, which allows your prey to get further away from you. You can probably afford 2 or 3 crashes in the time limit, but not much more. Eventually you'll go through a tunnel and then come up to a junction where you need to choose the left or right road. The game tells you which one in plenty of time, but don't worry because it's always the left one. Every time. One of these days I'm going to take the right road to see what happens. Down this road are boulders scattered all over the place, which are bigger than your car, but you can still drive into without getting hurt. Your car is made of diamonds, clearly. By the time you reach stage 3, everything starts to look awfully familiar. In fact, the levels all seem to be identical in layout and design. The road is the same block shade as the grass, with the track designated only by striped lines either side. Chase HQ sounds pretty good. The siren is a little grating, but the music rocks and really fits the game's motif. I just wish there was more to look at. The backgrounds are alright, and they do change halfway through the level, starting off in the countryside, then progressing through that long tunnel to emerge in the city, or vice versa. There are 2 main issues that keep me from really enjoying this game. The first is the annoying mechanic whereby hitting the back of a civilian car causes you to spiral off the track even if you're going in a straight line. So not only do you hit a car which slows you down, you then hit a roadside obstacle which stops you entirely, and this is unavoidable. This can be countered by just not sucking at the game, but the second one is the big one. All the levels are the same. The car you're chasing looks different, and the name and profession of the criminal changes, including Antonio the Foreign Terrorist. Wow. There might be more cars on the road and a shorter time limit as the levels progress, but the routes you take are always the exact same. The lack of any sort of variation is a really poor showing that cannot be overlooked or excused. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternately, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.